Welcome back to the F1 Journal and to the Bahrain GP review, where Lewis Hamilton won the Bahrain Grand Prix, but of course it was a pretty sad race because it was overshadowed by Romain Grosjean's fiery crash, but we are very thankful he has survived it. Romain Grosjean was transported to hospital with believed to be minor injuries after a first lap crash which saw his hash car split in half before bursting into flames. Lewis Hamilton won the race with Max Verstappen in second and Alex Albon third after a late Sergio Perez failure. Lewis Hamilton did cruise to his 11th victory of his title-winning season, but it was of course overshadowed by Romain Grosjean, who miraculously escaped from the Haas with minor burns and injuries, which pierced the barrier, ripped in half and burst into flames on the first lap of the race, leading to a red flag and a delay of over an hour. The Frenchman, who had somehow clambered out of his cockpit, was engulfed in flames before being rescued by marshals, and the FIA medical official was transported to hospital via helicopter where he's undergoing further evaluation. Haas boss Gunstein told the media that he feels good and nothing is broken, but he will stay at hospital overnight. Martin Brundle and Damon Hill both said it was a miracle Grosjean survived. Drivers were visibly shaken watching the footage of the accident, where Lewis Hamilton said he was so grateful Romain was safe and he was typically controlled and dominant when the race got back underway. An immediate safety car after the restart as Lance Stroll's Racing Point was flipped by Daniel Kvyat. Pole sitter Lewis Hamilton was rarely troubled in the Mercedes, with Max Verstappen his only rival. Verstappen finished second for Red Bull after 3 pit stops, with Valtteri Bottas only 8th after suffering an early puncture following the dramatic opening laps. Alex Albon completed the podium and Sergio Perez was cruelly denied third, where he held for the majority of the race. Perez, who had been in superb form and is targeting Albon's Red Bull seat for next year, was 4 seconds ahead of Albon when he suffered an engine failure with just 3 laps remaining. The race finished behind the safety car after Perez's issue, with Red Bull seeing their first double podium since 2017. McLaren impressing on Sunday after a disappointing qualifying by securing 4th and 5th with Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris, which puts them ahead of Racing Point in the Constructors' Championship. Renault also lost ground to McLaren, securing only 7th and 9th through Daniel Ricciardo and Esteban Ocon, while Ferrari only scored 1 point on a miserable evening for the Scuderia. Ocon's frightening Bahrain GP crash and the sight of his Haas F1 car torn into 2 prompted disbelief and a relief that Frenchman was able to survive. It all happened after just 2 corners of the Sakir race as Grosjean, who started 19th, swerved to the right before making contact with the front wing of Daniel Kvyat's AlphaTauri. He then went straight into the Armco barrier, piercing it like a can opener, and became stuck with that and the 53G of the crash. Just imagine that. Then ripping his Haas into 2. The huge fire is believed to have been caused by a pierced fuel tank. The only thing remaining from the front half of Grosjean's car was the monocoque. The survival cell that is specifically designed to protect drivers in extreme impacts, and the Frenchman was somehow able to escape from his cockpit. That is particularly graphic, particularly shocking. It's a miracle he's still alive, says Damon Hill. Anthony van der Meer, the driver of the FIA's medical car, and Ian Roberts, the FIA doctor, were 2 of the first on the scene, and Roberts bravely helped rescue Grosjean from the flames then to the medical car. It was a big surprise. I've never seen that much fire in 12 years, commented van der Meer. Romain got out of the car himself, which is pretty amazing after an accident like that. All the systems we have worked to develop everything, worked hand in hand. The halo, the barriers, the seatbelt, everything worked. Without just one of those things, it could have been a very, very difficult outcome. The Halo head protection device was obviously brought into F1 in 2018, which was credited with saving Grosjean's life by many. There was no way he could have survived that without the Halo, Hill added. Hamilton, meanwhile, praised the amazing job F1 had been doing with their increased focus on safety. It was such a shocking image, said Hamilton after winning the 57 lap race. I get in the car, I know I'm taking risks, and I respect the dangers that are in this sport. I posted about it during the race because it was horrifying. I'm so grateful that the Halo worked. I'm grateful that the barrier didn't slice his head up or something like that. It could have been much worse. But it's a reminder to us all, hopefully, that people that are watching, it's a dangerous sport, and that is why we're out here pushing to the limit and playing with that limit, but you also have to respect it. I think it shows what an amazing job that the F1 and the FIA are doing to be able to walk away from something like that, but that'll be investigated and they'll do a lot of work to make sure that doesn't happen again. Hamilton was superb on Sunday as the main rival Verstappen, but the Bahrain GP was really all about Grosjean, and thankfully the Haas driver and the GPDA director who is leaving F1 at the end of the year is safe after a horrifying accident. As for the race winner and the 7-time world champion said, it could have been much worse. Get well soon, Romain. Before I go, here is a rundown of the results. Lewis Hamilton winning, just a perfect drive for him. Max Verstappen in second, Alex Albon in third. Verstappen did his best really, was super impressively again. Albon, just didn't really have the pace again, but podium finish, that could really sway the 2021 seat in his direction. Norris and Sainz, great recovery from yesterday. Same with Gasly. I think the Renaults will be okay, maybe slightly disappointed to lose out on ground on McLaren, but I don't think they could have done much better. Bottas just struggled to get through the field as he's so often in Mercedes. 2 poor races now he really needs to pick up. The Ferraris just had a miserable time. Kvyat's sloppy race was involved in both the Grosjean and the Stroll crashes. The Williams showed decent pace, probably better than the Alphas and Hasses, and then of course you got Perez and Stroll, just gutted for them. And Romain, all we can say is get well soon, and we hope to see you back at one of the remaining 2 races. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily F1 news, and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Get well soon, Romain. Bye.